now on Palm Beach TV.
You just think of, through the decades, all the people that this fire station has served, right? And it's a very long time, since 1927, but we really took advantage and we modernized the building wherever we could.
For nearly a century, the North Fire Station has protected the community. Now, after a major renovation, it's ready to serve again, blending its rich history with cutting-edge technology. We take you inside for a closer look.
That story straight ahead.
The Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast, sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Now, the news.
Welcome to Palm Beach TV. I'm Sally Lewis. After nearly 3 years of renovations, Palm Beach's North Fire Station is back in service, modernized, re-equipped, and ready to respond.
From the street, the fire station looks just as it has for decades. But as soon as the modernized bay doors open, you see a station equipped to protect the town for the next 100 years.
Our town officials did a really good job of not only preserving the history of the station, right, which we'll be able to see, because this is truly, a historic landmark, right, built in 1927, and it hasn't changed much since then, right? It was renovated in the 80s, and this is the only other major renovation that's ever happened to it.
These are the original blueprints for the North Fire Station, once the only fire station in Palm Beach, purposely built close to residential neighborhoods. Over the decades, it's withstood hurricanes and the pressures of a growing town, beginning with the first fire chief, Elmer Schultz.
We know that back when it was built, the fire chief lived on the 3rd floor with his family, and we've had contact with, his family, and remembering growing up and playing, here as kids, which is truly special and unique. So that's the kind of history that, you have to hold on to.
How much different?
Very different. This was all dormitory.
Denise Pede Pilversack also lived on the 3rd floor of the fire station from 3rd grade to the age of 19. Her father, Clarence Pede, served as the town's 3rd chief, but it was her uncle who first alerted her father to the good job opportunity.
My uncle came from Georgia to populate the fire department in Palm Beach and sent a letter back to South Georgia saying, if you can get down here, we have a job, a place to sleep, and they'll feed you.
From handwritten logbooks documenting every call to the display of badges. And the original bell that once alerted firefighters to emergencies. These are all pieces of history that remain part of the fire station today.
If you look, I can show you real quick, when they come in here, it's the weight on the pole that opens up the hatch, and you can see right down there is where all the trucks are.
Something you don't often see in newly built firehouses, a fire pole. This is the original brass pole, still in use today, allowing first responders to move quickly from the dorm rooms to the trucks, now outfitted with added safety features to help prevent injuries.
You see that black pad down there, and that's to absorb the impact to the floor. It's one of those things that if you don't slide down carefully, or you happen to slide down too fast, you could hurt yourself.
Reconstruction began in August 2022 with an original budget of $5.5 million. But the cost more than tripled to $17 million after it was determined most of the building was not salvageable. Inspections revealed major repairs were needed, including a new roof. Crews operated out of adjacent trailers during the ceiling-to-floor renovation. Palm Beach TV documented the progress over time.
Engine 9-8.
Today's station features a new state-of-the-art system that uses heart-saver tones that gradually get louder and lights that get brighter incrementally versus the old way of jolting firefighters out of their sleep.
Basically, anytime a call comes in, right, they get alerted through overhead tones. We have reader boards that tell them the type of call, tells them the address, where they're going. We have it on TV monitors downstairs that routes them to where they're going.
And that's critical when every second counts.
When you're the one having the emergency, you want someone there as fast as possible, right? And not only that, but anything that has to do with cardiac or has to do with your brain, it's seconds. Every second does matter, right? So we hold strict procedures that these guys have to follow, and we have to get out the door when they get their call 60 seconds from the time they receive that call to the time that the unit is rolling out of the bay.
And the new bifold doors open in under 10 seconds as compared with the very heavy doors that were there previously. On the second floor, the firefighters' quarters have been modernized to provide greater privacy. The kitchen, an essential space during storms, was completely remodeled to create a more open layout. Yet the table, a historic centerpiece, remains unchanged. As Palm Beach has grown, so has its need to expand the emergency response. The town is now served by 3 strategically located fire rescue stations, each positioned across the island. The North Fire Station handles calls from Royal Poinciana Way north to the Palm Beach Inlet. The Midtown Station covers the area from Royal Poinciana south to Southern Boulevard. The South Station responds to emergencies from Southern Boulevard to the southern town limits.
There you go.
On June 12th, town officials, first responders, and residents gathered to mark the official reopening of the fire station.
I think we all know that our first responders deserve this. This is something that I believe they're entitled to. They're the best. We want them to have the best, and we're committed to giving them the best.
Our firefighters are your neighbors. They're stewards of this community, and with every shift, they carry both the technical skills and the human compassion required to meet whatever challenge comes through the door.
Engine 98. Fire alarm. 150 Dunbar Road. Cross up north.
Palm Beach Fire Rescue, ready to serve, protect, and grow with the community for generations to come.
And that wraps up Palm Beach TV. Stay up to date with the island's only newscast at palmbeachcivic.org and through our social media. Until next time, thank you for watching.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you to let us know how we can further provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.